Welcome to episode 65 of The Weekender. I'm here with Chris Bishop and Tom Blanchard. Chris Bishop, the outgoing Bishop.
It was a Bishop.
The outgoing NVR president, right?
Yeah, that's
Today
all.
was your last board meeting.
Today was my last board meeting. It was bittersweet, as Tom will say.
Yeah.
It was really great to serve and to have that experience. I don't know that I want to do it again ever, because people kept asking me during the pandemic, and I know they've asked you, would you like a do-over? Because you didn't get to do certain things. I'm like, what? Man, I worked harder than I've ever worked before on any board position.
You
But
did a great job going virtual, figuring things out.
Oh, you did too.
Well, we're worried about you right now, right?
Well, you're not done yet.
I'm not done. I got one
He
more.
heard you have one more meeting.
I got one more meeting. But seriously, I mean, there is no way to explain how difficult, how challenging, how rewarding a year that just goes sideways can be sitting in a leadership position. And you did a great job. I was glad that you were there. Well, thank you. But it was, we worked well together. We do now.
Yeah.
Still do.
Thank you.
So much so.
Yeah, so it was good, and I think the membership is the benefactor of us being able to work well and do what we needed to do to get things done.
Let's talk about that, because you guys on a local level had a major change, and I know that's something that was tried or dabbled in a little bit before, and that's syndication, and it's been a big ticket item for everybody, and so you guys have made the move to Trestle, and so let's talk about Trestle and exactly what Trestle is, but.
Well, let's start with the difference of what Trestle's going to actually do. Because right now, LVR syndicates.
Yes.
Right, direct to
Third
parties,
Yeah.
third party portal.
Which means the data's coming from LVR.
And they get it all.
And it goes.
And they get it all, every single bit of it, even your information, right? Whatever's in our database gets sent out to them.
Like 386 fields are sent on every listing that's out
Right. And currently right now, it's an opt-out type thing for the broker. So everything goes to all these guys unless a broker says no.
Yeah, and it's always been the broker's choice, by the way.
Yeah.
There's never, even with syndication the way it has been, any broker at any time, not the board, could go in and shut off their listings from being sent out. The important thing with Trestle is, once it was sent out in the regular feed, whatever a third party did with it, we didn't know. And so they were selling it back to us, they were buying other systems with it, whatever. Trestle is a monitoring system for where that feed goes to. And
we now will know what they do with our data, and they're not getting all of it. It's a selected amount. We're able to have more controls over what goes out.
And when you say we're though, that's different than the board.
Right, the brokers, right? The brokers get to turn it on, just like List Hub, right? You're going to go on List Hub and turn this on, turn that off, turn this on, turn that off. It's the same thing with Trestle. It's better. It gives us more information. The broker can get a lot more data back about what's been going on. So, all the different stuff that we're going to be able to have for the brokers to be able to decide what kind of programs they want to send their stuff to, they're going to be able to do that.
So for most companies, and regardless of what company you're with out there, it's not really going to change day to day anything unless your broker decides they don't want those items to go out.
It makes it 100% easier for the broker to turn it on and off.
Yes.
So in theory, I could go into the Trestle dashboard as a broker and turn off one portal today and turn it back on tomorrow.
Correct.
Yep.
So it's fun just to do.
True control.
Yeah. Real.
Can you feel it?
And so there'll be some vendors already approved that'll be in the dashboard, and then I know I'd heard, and I'm asking you to confirm this, is that you'll be able, at an expense, I think, you'll be able to add people that maybe wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean, Trestle has a bunch of additional stuff that you can buy into and subscribe to. But here's the thing. If you have some kind of website or third-party portal that you want to send your stuff to, and it's not on there, all you're going to need to do is send the information to the MLS, and they'll do their magic.
So it also makes it easier for me to control my feed to people that I want. So if I had a small website that I thought was really important, I now have the ability to syndicate very easily to that website as a broker, where I didn't have that ability very
If they
easily.
set up with a Trestle.
Yeah,
deal.
and you're going to be able to find this. It's just
But it's still, but keep in mind, syndication is different than IDX.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
IDX is still your full RETS feed or your full feed.
Still have to be
That
compliant.
the
Yep.
broker still has all the information that they want.
Yep.
It's just giving it to these third-party
Yep.
vendors. So it's actually a really good thing.
It is.
So like everything else, we'll see what happens the first couple of weeks. It seems like implementation was good. You guys did a lot of videos.
We've done some videos, and we're gonna do a lot more videos to remind everybody to go onto the dashboard and turn on the stuff that you wanna turn on. And, I figure the transition is gonna be about a 30, 45 day, somewhere in the middle of January. We're gonna be saying, hey, this is it.
Yep.
So just start now, get it going, and, if you're an agent, you really don't have to worry about it because it really doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
It just affects the brokers.
Nothing you have to do. And what the biggest thing with rolling out anything big like this, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is really the misinformation.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the perceived people think this or think that, but overall, there's
You know the old saying,
training.
everyone's got their opinions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, and let me just get this out there now. There's no shut off to anybody. Everything is going to be smooth. We've tried this in the past, and there were some issues. Those issues have been alleviated. We've smoothed it all out. Everything's gonna be good.
I think though your point is there aren't going to be any issues from the board side, but the issue we've always seen is a broker that never logged in before,
Yeah.
that doesn't even know where the login is. They're going to have the issue because it's going to require that they understand it.
Yeah,
And you guys have been doing videos and training and
there'll be
emails
more.
and everything
And
else.
the videos and the emails will go directly to those brokers that
Yeah.
have not turned their stuff on to make sure that they know, hey, you only have this many more days before, no more feed. So
What's neat though is the login is in the back office of LasVegasRealtor.com, where most brokers should go anywhere where they can see their accounting and what agents.
And you have to go in there this month because your dues are due.
Yeah.
Right? To pay your dues. So
January
it's all the
5th.
same place.
January 5th, dues are due.
You're the broker and it's meant for you. You click on the broker, there's a broker toolbox and it's in there and it should be very easy to.
So let's stick on MLS tools for a minute. So one of the things that we've done is we brought in Kathy from CoreLogic, who's one of the most knowledgeable people I know on our MLS tools, and she's been doing it since I've been in the business.
Forever.
So we have her joining us here at Signature for our sales meeting, but we understand because of the pandemic, many people can't conduct a sales meeting. So this is our personal invite from us to you. If you're with another company and you just like to check out our sales meeting, you're perfectly welcome. We don't archive who showed up. We don't have your email and your info. We're not gonna, Tom may call you, but it's not for the same reason. He called you out of the blue, not because you were on the meeting. But we'd love to invite you to join us and check that out. And it's live streamed on our Facebook page.
Well, no, it's actually, we do stream it into our private Facebook group, which everyone couldn't get, but it's streamed onto our YouTube channel.
That's right, YouTube.
And so again,
And what is that? What is
I've
that?
heard of YouTube.
when you're watching, like you said, we can't see who's there, but you're welcome to comment or whatever if
Yeah.
you'd like, and we'll answer questions and stuff. But we broadcast all our sales meetings every Tuesday at 9:30, and we always have great information, so they're always open to you. They're always on YouTube. But you get that if you just go to youtube.com/signature real estate group, and you can find us there. Like and subscribe.
And not only can you check out our sales meetings, but we have been doing some business planning for our agents here at Signature. And so, Brandon, you set up a pretty cool intro to business planning thing that you did for us. Todd Barton, our Green Valley manager, did a breaking down the numbers segment that is on our YouTube channel. And this next week, I'll be doing sources of business and how to convert them into real clients.
Which will also be broadcast live on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What time is that? That's Wednesday.
That's I think it's Wednesday at 1, maybe it's 1:30, but it'll actually be on there. So we invite you to check that out, regardless of where you're at. Like we said last time, high tide raises all boats.
Yeah.
And so if you have a business plan, it'll be better business.
And let me add on to that. The business plan that you guys have been doing has been doing it by groups. And should you be a little hesitant to want to do business planning via group, just get a hold of me. We'll set up a time to do business planning on one-on-one, because I figure that's the fairest thing to do to make sure that everybody's covered and have
He's
it out
about
there.
Can you imagine that you're going to do your 2021 business plan with Tom Blanchard? That's just worth showing up to for any reason.
He's gonna have a lot of time on his hands now. He's not gonna be president.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time.
Before we go any further in the meeting too, I want to welcome the 25 new members that we had join Signature Life here in the month of November. And so to you watching, thank you so much for being here. And to all of our agents that helped create those relationships, we really do appreciate your love and support and the value you see here with the company. So thank you for that.
And some big names.
Yeah.
So and watch future episodes because we're gonna bring one on. it's pretty awesome that he's joined us. But big announcement to come probably next week. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a few of the other things that have happened as a state. So those of you who don't know, Nevada was just notified that we won what they call the President's Cup. Every time I hear that, every time I hear that, I think of Harry Potter.
is
You
that
know, like
your
they have
coffee
the-
cup?
No. The President's Cup is a pretty unique award that's based on our PAC participation for our Realtor Party PAC. And there's a multiple matrix, 3 I think are specific about involvement, contribution, and the increase of major investors. And so all of us here are major investors supporting our industry because that's where we make our livelihood from. And one of the reasons why we maintained as an essential business. And so it's pretty dynamic that we would get that.
Yep.
And so great achievement from all of us that did it.
During a pandemic.
During the pandemic, we have 187 major investors that have stepped up and are pulling
That's
their
awesome.
weight.
So 187 that have donated over or
Invested.
contributed, invested
$1,000.
over $1,000.
Yeah. And of course, we have
$1,000.
others, Jack that's at his $10,000 level. We have many that are golden R's at the $5,000 level. And you do the first year, the sustaining isn't usually as much. So that's one reason why to get in and do it so that you get the benefits and value from it. But listen, if you're not able to do that, $50. Make sure you do your fair share. It's on your dues bill right now.
Yeah, and,
Well-
and that's probably one of the most important things because if the more people that just pay the $50 in January, we hit our goals and the money then, because a certain amount of money goes to national, right? Certain amount of money goes to state.
Yep.
And the remaining stuff stays here locally to be able to contribute and do what we need to do to be able to have those conversations with those in power. I'm having a conversation with Commissioner Tick Sagerbloom on Monday about Clark County wanting to do an eviction moratorium themselves, just within Clark County. And without having contributed to his campaign, without having the relationships that we have with our commissioners, that would go without even having a call before they even decide to do it.
Yep.
So we get to, have a little.
At least have a voice, right?
Yeah, and give-
Doesn't mean they're going to decide exactly what we want.
Well,
At least we're
I'm
in a
gonna
discussion.
tell them a thing or two, but
Nice.
But I think that's the point. The point is that all of those pieces that are moving together, many times agents don't see it because maybe you're just starting out in the business or maybe you don't do a lot of business.
And
But
we
in
don't
fact-
talk. We don't talk about it.
We do. We talk about it.
Well,
but maybe we don't
but
talk
that-
about it, and
Yeah.
we're going to trestle it out to them.
Yeah.
But the whole point is, if you're doing any business right now, if you're able to sell real estate right now, if you're able to own a property and have the enjoyment of your private property rights, a lot of that streams from what this group does.
Yeah.
And I think that's the important piece.
Well, I'm super proud of my son Tyson,
Yeah.
who's in the business just over a year now, right? New to Vegas, struggling. I say struggling because he's first year,
Yep.
but he stepped up and became a major investor this year, and so
Pretty
I'm
awesome.
super proud of him.
Yep.
So
Starting them off the right way. I love it.
It's important.
Why we talk about political contribution and political time and investment and caring about the cause. Today I was honored to present to our good friend Vandana Bala the Realtor Active in Politics Award for the state of Nevada.
much deserved.
Much
Yep.
deserved. And
Cheers.
Yeah, congratulations
to
to Vandana. And if you guys don't know, if you want a cause to succeed and if you want it to be cared about, get her on the board or on the group because she literally wears it on her sleeve and will fight for it every day. And she has done that for a Realtor Party. And so really proud of her and what she's done.
She's full of opinions.
Yep.
And she voices them.
And
Yep.
she's right.
And she's right every time. So a pretty impactful week.
Yeah, very good. Good stuff.
For episode 65, we even had Tom.
Well, I appreciate being here. I'm glad to be here at Signature. Like I've said many, many times, I think we've put together, or you guys have put together, a great management team. For those people that are out there that want to get involved and have some more information about what's really going on in real estate, there's no other place to be. But
Yeah.
that's my pitch.
It's a good pitch.
Good pitch.
Yeah.
I like having him on.
He's not a has-been. No,
Well-
we're happy to have you here, and we're happy to have you as a guest on this
Thank
show
you.
this week. And you brought some good information about Trestle. And if you have any complaints, contact Tom.
Yeah. Give me a call.
Or just to say something nice about it. I tried that too. It's fun.
Does that happen?
Every now and
No, it
then.
happens. Tom does a lot of great things, and I'm proud of both you guys for your contributions this year and the difference that you guys made. So.
Your turn.
Yeah. Tag, you're it. You're it.
I'm in waiting, so I got another year of just kind of
That's
I'm
what,
involved.
but this year is the year that you plan it all out and
Yeah.
get it, the wheels in motion, because you don't have time to do that when you're actually in the seat.
It's over
It's all
before you
those
know it,
interviews.
right?
Yeah.
So, awesome, it's on fire.
Yep, it's on fire.
So, anyway, that's it for episode 65. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
I feel the change coming, it's closer every day. I feel the waters rising.